Good morning. Let's see if this is going to work with my new phone holder. My little flap is kind of flapping. I wonder if I could find a rubber band to hold that back. It's a good thought. So tonight is the fair. So what does that mean? 30 years ago, my girls had sheep in the fair. Oh, what fun that was. We've actually had a very, very mild week, which is wonderful for all of our fair goers. The sheep and the cattle and the goats and the hogs don't do well in the extreme heat, especially when you stress them by moving them from what they know to up at the fairgrounds. So excited for the kiddos that have animals, and they have rabbits and all kinds of chickens and turkeys, and anyway, it's big fun fair time for our kids. And our girls did sheep because my dad had sheep, and it was really good in that they made money when they sold their sheep. If they made the sale, they made money. Anyway, no thanks to Bee, but my two little girls were adorable. And we may not have always won the sheep contest, but we always won the dress-up contest. So just looking back through some old photos of them dressing up. One year, Rachel was, one was Raggedy Ann with a red yarn. And then one year, I think Rachel was Dorothy the Wizard of Oz. I don't remember what her sheep was. I don't know if he wasn't the Tin Man. Maybe he was the straw. Anyway, so my kids dressed up too. The sheep dressed up. And one year, Becky was a ballerina and her sheep was a ballerina. We painted the toenails pink and we put ribbon up on so it looked like the little ballerina shoes on the sheep. It was hilarious. Pink tutu, pink lipstick, bow in the sheep's hair. Like I said, we may not have always had the best market-ready sheep, but we always won the dress-up contest. Funny, I should do a video of all the funny things my kids did, right? And ride the rides. And I said the reason I go to the fair is to, I forgot my piece of mail today. The reason I go to the fair is the funnel cake and the caramel apples. So funny stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get to be with some kids tonight at the fair, and I'm very excited. And so this was kind of my thought this morning, is that it's not that hot outside, it's just my windows have been rolled up. The way I was raised, I would not say that. Now, my grandparents, we did have fun. We would make homemade ice cream, and we'd grow watermelons and eat them in the shade in the evening on the porch, which was a big deal after you've worked hard all day. This is my puppy Nanny. Stop to say hi to her. But to just have fun, right? Sometimes we need to have fun. No, it's not my puppy Nanny, it's a FedEx. It doesn't say FedEx, it must be Amazon or somebody delivering a package. So my puppy Nanny is almost here to pick up. Well done, going to California. So I had all of this laid out and everything ready. And then I got confused because her partner is picking up going to Chicago tomorrow. Elroy. This is what we get, right? For naming all our dogs with the same letter. Although this Willow, I think we're going to go with D's. I need to get the contest started on Facebook. Anyway, have fun. So I was telling someone yesterday, when you ride a ride at the local county fair, the fear you feel is real, because sometimes you feel like the rides are held together with baling wire, bubble gum, and duct tape. So yeah, the fear can be real that you are feeling a as you fly through the air, wondering if this equipment's all going to hold together. Is that funny? It's not funny, really. So, most people do have some fear of heights. So if you asked me if I was afraid to die, I'd say, I'm not afraid to die. I don't like pain, but I'm not necessarily afraid to die. But when you get me up there on the Ferris wheel and I don't remember who the last person, may have been River, I don't even remember. The last person I rode the Ferris wheel with was some kid I'd taken to the fair, right? One of my little ones. Let's ride the Ferris wheel, Miss Sonia. So I'm like, I am an adult. I should not be afraid. But we got up on the top and we were swinging around. My breathing is like, I am not afraid. I was afraid. And then they always set this one that swings like this. So we're on top of a mountain, the very top. It's called Sky High Arena. So you're at the highest point. And so this one ride, it swings out over. So you're just not 20 or 30 feet. You're hundreds of feet off the ground, flung off the mountain. Great fun. Oh, my kids were so brave, especially Rachel. She'd ride them all. She'd ride and ride and ride. And it's Thursday night, so it's not quite as busy tonight. And if you get there early, as soon as the rides start, the kids do get, the lines are not as long and you get to ride a little bit more. That's fun. So anyway, that was kind of my thought. I've heard there's roller coasters in heaven and I believe it. I may not be riding them, but actually years and years ago, I'm dating myself, in the 70s, I was at Disneyland or Disney World, whatever one was in Orlando. And it was called Space Mountain when Space Mountain first came out, and it took off so fast it whiplashed my neck. And I don't know why. Kind of my entire life. It's much stronger now, but my neck has been a weakling. But it's fine now. The Lord healed my neck after being rear-ended 2 different times within about a 6-month period of time. So I just never liked roller coasters. When we go to Silver Dollar City, you will not find me on a roller coaster. I don't like the jerking and stuff like that, so it's not my cup of tea. But I will ride the Ferris wheel. And I'm the ground crew. I do the video from the ground. So have some fun today. God did not say that we have to walk around and be sour. We can have fun, enjoy this life. So one time when we lived at the other house, I had this really beautiful little place with a swing, and the hedges were on one side, so the birds in the house and all the flowers had this pretty flower garden. It was shady. It had a big oak tree. And I was just sitting there, and God said, "Do you see that red bird?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "What is that red bird supposed to be doing?" And I said, "Oh, singing and eating and feeding his babies and making a nest." And God said, "Yeah. And don't I take pleasure in him doing what he's supposed to be doing?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, don't feel like, that I'm always being negative towards you. That part of life is eating and sleeping and bathing and doing these things. It just is, and God knows that." So, I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I shared that. But just that God takes pleasure in our enjoyment of just the mundane, right? Just being grateful that our we have a pillow, and that our mattress is soft, and that we get up and have clean water to drink. He does expect us to be grateful for these things. And you can only be as happy as you are grateful. So if you find yourself being unhappy and overwhelmed and overstressed, then check your gratitude. And the fair also is meaningful to me because years ago, see, Reagan's 21 in December. So she's just a little bitty girl. When she was 9, she started helping me show dogs. This is how long ago it's been. It was fair time, and they wanted to go to the fair. And I tell you, back then, I was just getting started, and I felt like I had to paddle 20 hours a day to get anywhere. And the Lord said, stop it, step away. And part of that is, can we believe God for rest? Can we believe God, if we do all we can do, can we believe God to do the rest, to bring us what we need? Today I just heard the scripture that Jesus said, quit toiling. Look at the flowers of the field. They were more beautifully clothed than Solomon in all his glory. And that's true. Can we believe? Can we believe? So, that's a good question. That is our faith. And so I stepped away from what I thought I had to do, and I took the kids to the fair and had a glorious time. And then Aiden came along in 2009, so in 10 and 11, we were taking him to the fair, and even after that, until he was 4, we had him, and we would take him. And I remember one time he was so little that it's called the boat. Tim was up there hanging on to him, so he didn't slide out of the boat. They shouldn't have let the little fella on. He was too little that the brace would hold him in. But that's a county fair. Sometimes they're not very strict on their safety. So that's my word today. Go have some good, healthy, clean fun. I said shout, holler, scream, raise your hands above your head, dance like nobody's looking, and eat the funky chicken. Remember, God delights in our joy and us having a good time. So be blessed today, because the fruit of the Spirit is joy. And if we are not bearing the fruit of joy, why would anyone want to be like us? Right? Trust me, I can get stressed. I can get overwhelmed. But we want to bear the fruit of joy so that people will want what we have. Amen.